Mississippi Black History Museum going on here at Peoples Middle School, giving the kids an opportunity to look at those different individuals here within our state who've done great things in the African American community. How the African American church played a role in the black community, starting from when the black church was established, all the way up until how it did the civil rights movement as well. How the church played a vital part in the black community. We have information on Black History Month. Carter G. Woodson, the founder of the Black History. We will have highlight those different people. Even we give information on Juneteenth. Give kids information when Juneteenth was started, as well as pictures about that. We just got information on our historically black sororities and fraternities right here, representing 8 of the Divine Nine, and with information, giving kids background information on the different sororities and fraternities. So when they get ready to go to college, they get an insight of what it's all about. Also, our HBCUs. Listing all our HBCUs for the information and history line from the beginning, talking about how HBCUs got established after the Civil War. Different quotes from different black famous Americans, people that they know, from Michael Jordan to President Obama to Ida B. Wells and so on. We highlighted American inventions to show the kids like the different inventions that were created by African Americans, even the cell phone that was created that we use all day, every day. Let them know that even that was created by an African American with certain things that we use in our day-to-day life. So we highlight the different black African American culture right here. Different things with African American culture, from food, music, literature, art, hair, cinemas, religion, language, fashion. You just want to highlight everything about African American life. We have our civil rights leaders who played an important part in the state of Mississippi, such as Ida B. Wells, Medgar Evers, Vernon Damer, Mamie Tia, Charles Evers, Aaron Henry, James Chaney, Reverend C.L. Frank, and Mamie Lou Hamer, just to name a few of them that we have. People who are politicians, as well as influential people within the state, and also entrepreneurs, if you look at them right here. Such people like John R. Lynch and Hiram R. Revels, to our own mayor, Chokwe Ntala Lumumba.
For Rosa Parks, she'll be showing the bus that she was on. For Martin Luther King Jr., you can see him speaking at the Abraham Lincoln Memorial, and so forth. Seeing this all happen in front of my eyes is something that can stay with me longer than book. Now, some people can still learn better off of reading, but I feel like the majority of students now learn more through virtual reality, and it's all engaging. They're with their other students, and they can't look down at their phone because they're stuck in a different world.
Through these doors, we have our African American timeline. All right. As we start with our timeline, we start with 1619 during the first slave trade, where African Americans were first brought over to the United States. I mean, before then they were in the West Indies and stuff, but we're talking about here in the United States, starting from 1619, and we go forward. Also see where the Underground, give information on the Underground Railroad, and different pictures, and Harriet Tubman, and different stops on the Underground Railroad. We come up to the Civil War. Also, we come to the time of Reconstruction and when Jim Crow laws were put into play. And also to let the kids know that after the Jim Crow laws were put into play, it made things very rough here in the state of Mississippi, because at this particular time, people were banned from voting. And after the Jim Crow, we talk about the Great Migration. Bring the kids, let them know about the Great Migration time, when an influx of all the African Americans from the South started moving to the North and the Northeast, as well as the West. Show an example of the signing of the Civil Rights Bill by Lyndon B. Johnson. And we move on up until the time with Malcolm X, voting rights, people getting vote, Malcolm X. Also, we see Malcolm X assassination, the Black Panther movement of today, I mean, not up to date, but the 1960s and so on, the Black Panther movement, the death of Martin Luther King, all these transpired, all the way up until this particular time when we got our first black president in 2008, Barack Obama. And after Barack Obama, this when the Black Lives Matter movement started taking place in 2013 and up until present day now. And then the timeline goes up with our Black Lives Matter, and it ends in 2020 with the election of our first female African-American Vice President, Kamala Harris. So that's our entire timeline with information for the kids, so they can see everything that goes on throughout the past 400 years.